Hello, I'm Jacob and you are watching Jake's RC Adventures. Today I want to answer one of the most commonly asked questions that you see anywhere on the internet in regards to the scx24. What should my first modification be? So we're going to break this down today. I'm actually going to give you 4 modifications in order of importance from most important to least important. Hang around. This is going to be a fun video and you're going to want to see what we've got to say here. The number one issue that I run into when I see this question being asked is the people answering in these groups are more worried about size than performance. Everybody's worried about getting the biggest tires, the biggest battery, the biggest lift kit, the longest shocks. That will lead you down to a path of absolutely abysmal performance. So the number one modification that you can do to your scx24 first, believe it or not, is the battery. You want to get a spare battery. You can get one that is the same size as stock. It's perfectly fine, but the best way to directly improve the performance of your rig is to get a smaller battery. I recommend the Orlando batteries. They're only $10. They're like 240 milliamp hours, and you can crawl for a long time using these. I even crawl sometimes using the 120 milliamp hours battery from Orlando. It's the same price. Now sometimes with that battery, when it's really cold out, when it's icy, I've gone out here crawling in blizzards, the cold will sap the battery quicker, in which point the 120 doesn't have the juice. But if I'm doing a little competition or something, heck yeah, let's throw the 120 in there. Now, that leads us to what's really important here. The number one mod is the driver mod. You want to get better at crawling. Having 2 batteries will help you do that because you can crawl more longer, all right? But once you start crawling more longer, especially with better performance from a lighter battery, the next thing that you're going to want to look at is tires. You want a really high quality compound. There's a lot of really bad tires out here. What tire you want is going to depend on how much of the body you want to cut or how many modifications you want to do. If you do not want to cut your stock battery, I absolutely recommend going with the Proline Hyrax. They're pre-mounted. They'll fit straight into your C10 or Jeep or wherever it is that you have with minimal to no rubbing, and they perform phenomenally. Now, if you want a bigger tire, the answer is not to lift your rig. Having a larger tire already raises your center of gravity. Lifting your rig further continues to raise it. You can try to fight that by adding more and more and more weight down low, but you gotta haul all that weight up the cliff, right? It's the wrong way to go. You wanna be as light as possible to get the weight distribution and center of gravity where you need it. So, whatever tire you want, whatever size you're looking for, cut the body to fit, and a safe bet is to go with anything from Proline. They have 3 tires out currently. They're coming out with a 4th right now. They're all absolutely fantastic, and I would avoid anything from RC 4-wheel drive because they're poop. Speaking of poop tires, stick around, subscribe to this channel. Pretty soon I will be comparing directly 3 Super Swampers, a Super Swamper from Endura, from Proline, and from RC 4-wheel drive. We'll be trying to use the same or very similar inserts on the same wheels, on the same rig, on the same obstacles, and really see which compound is the best. So if you haven't done this already, please subscribe, hit that notification bell thingy, thumbs up, thumbs down, rant in the comment section, whatever you want to do. The first thing that you're going to run into once you have nice sticky boy tires is your servo's not going to work. The stock axial AS1 servo is trash. Not only does it have plastic gears, but to protect the plastic gears, it's got a servo saver on it. You can get decent power from the stock servo by gluing the servo saver, but you take one tumble-wumble and all of your previously gear-like gears are now going to be circles, and it's not going to work anymore. The best budget, and we are talking about budget here, servo for you guys to get is the Emax Servo. It's very affordable, all metal gears, and it's also lightweight. The boys that tell you you need to get a more expensive servo, again, they're compensating for something, right? I won't become one of them! They do help. More expensive servos are good, especially when you're looking at high weight, big tire rigs. They are beneficial, but you don't need them. The best money to performance to longevity to weight ratio servo on the market's the Emax. That's just the bottom line. You're just getting started. Grab an Emax. You lose nothing from getting it. You can actually get a full package of the Emax with a servo tray and a servo horn from Enduro. It's very affordable. I absolutely recommend it. Now at this point you're looking pretty good. I guarantee you you're probably already crawling circles around your buddy who just throw money at their rigs and are making them really thick and heavy and stuff like that.
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
But to take it to the next step, I recommend the low rig from Tinker Time RC. The low rig is going to lower your battery, lower your ESC, and give you more shock mounting positions so that you can get your center of gravity as low as possible using almost all stock parts. And once this is done, there are other things to be done, but I guarantee you 95% of your homies with modified scx24s will be wondering how your rig crawls so well. You've got the experience, you've got the time on the batteries, you know, you've got the low rig, you've got the lightweight, you are going to crawl. So to wrap this up and try and keep this quick, one thing that I want you guys to think about is the more weight that's in your rig, no matter what, the more weight you've got to haul up that challenging climb, the more gravity is working against you. You want ground pressure from each tire on all four corners, and you can get ground pressure from weight. However, you need more ground pressure and more traction for having more weight. So there are ways to improve performance from this point. I highly suggest a very lightweight body like from Tinker Time. I love their Demi Goblin and run the Hobgoblin myself. You can start adding some brass down low. I like brass knuckles with weight hangers like from Akers or Akers Engineering. A few small touches of weight down low. I sometimes will do long shocks in the back to give me more articulation while keeping my short shocks in the front to give me stability. But you guys will notice on this list, we don't need heavy wheels. Heavy wheels are more of a problem for your engine to spin. A bigger motor is cool. It can be beneficial. I do run them, but you don't have to. And the small motor, again, is lightweight. If you've got lightweight wheels, you can do so much with it. If you've got version 1 electronics, V1 electronics that come in the deadbolt and the C10 at this point, you can do a FuriTech ESC that directly plugs into that and will give you better modulation and tunability. But at every point, if you just do these 4 mods listed in this video, everything beyond that, you're going to start getting less performance returns for your investment. You have hit the rate of diminishing returns. Keep it light, keep it low, keep it sticky. It's going to get you up that obstacle, and take the time to learn your rig. Now, again, please subscribe to this channel. I don't have anything in the description box to link to that makes me any money. This video is from the heart, guys. I will link some products in the description box that I think are helpful that you will like to see. But again, this is just to make it easier for you, the viewer. I literally get nothing in return from this. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you really hate this video, please write me a few paragraphs about why. I always love that. Stick around. Again, I've got this tire comparison coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys, we're here in the cave of death where RCs come to die. We've got some insane lines here. We have rigs taking big drops. We have competitions. I've got some other YouTube RC channels coming in over for some competitions. We do competitions from time to time. It's going to be a good time, so I would love to have you. I hope that you have a blessed day, and the last time I'll say it, I'll talk to you in the comment section below.